Hello Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between ViBE and NightEnD on Terraform, the latter edition. I feel like I've been casting a lot of games on Terraform recently. Bridgehead maybe is vetoed a lot, so that's why it doesn't show up, but map pool seems kind of small right now, so whatever. Alright, in the bottom right of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the red Zerg player. It is ViBE, representing nobody whatsoever. In the top left of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the blue Protoss player, NightEnD. Looking so blue and clean, again representing nobody in particular in this particular ladder match. Using the extractor trick to get some extra workers there, and then probably going to go 15 hatch is what I've usually seen from Zergs against Protoss in Legacy of the Void. Just for some reason, Protoss don't feel like really canning out Zerg. I think just based on the number of workers you have available in the early part of the game, trying to get cannons up means you're going to have like 8 workers on you immediately and just shutting that down so hardcore. So that might have actually changed the meta inadvertently. I think Blizzard is trying to just get the game started earlier, but in the meantime, kind of killed cannon rushing for Protoss. If you're if you're a good player and that's what you think as a Protoss player, let me know in the comments here and just let me know if I'm correct, because that's just kind of my gut feeling, which can be correct and can be terribly wrong as well. But here comes a probe. Again, there's no forge. There's really no ability to cannon this out. I don't think NightEnD was even thinking about doing it. But again, NightEnD is a scholar and a gentleman, so perhaps he just doesn't want to cannon out Zerg players because he knows how mad it makes Swarm members. Regardless, there's a spawning pool coming up, as well as a Nexus in response for NightEnD. I guess, again, that's not really a response, but NightEnD feeling, alright, the Zerg went 15 hatch. He can't 6th pool him or anything crazy. Time to get that Nexus up. Gateway expand play with a pylon coming down, a second pylon, and 2 assimilators. So again, I think we're probably going to open up Adepts. That is usually what Protoss players like to do. I think they like the versatility of the Adept unit. You can use it back at home to defend against Ling attacks at your front door. You can also use it on the offensive to try to kill Lings and drones in the ZVP matchup. So I think that's what's going on here with the Protoss players. Again, let me know if I'm being completely incorrect by that, but it's what I'm seeing, it's what I am observing, and that's kind of what I like to do. So that giant squid-looking crazy thing finally hatches. It turns into a building. That always kind of weirds me out, right? Like inside the hatcheries, there's actually a giant sea creature of some kind swimming around inside that goop. Then it turns into a hatchery, and suddenly it's just a building. Like it's not an animal anymore. Is there an animal inside this? Is that... somebody needs to explain the Zerg lore to me, because I don't remember learning about that in the Heart of the Swarm campaign. So here we go. Overlord sets up a perfect scouting position, says, hey, there's a Nexus here. Again, didn't send any drones out to scout this, so this is the first ViBE is seeing of NightEnd's base. Actually making a Zealot is NightEnD and an Adept. Okay, so I'm going to say we didn't forego Adepts entirely. We just wanted a Zealot first. I'm not sure exactly what for. Adepts do a lot better against Ling harassment because they are ranged and they can 2-shot Lings. Zealots 3-shot Lings, and they're slower and they're melee. So they seem very inferior to the Adept when dealing with that particular problem if you're a Protoss player. But hey, NightEnD is way better than I am. Who am I to question why he got that Zealot? It worked out for him. Nothing crazy has happened. He's not dead. So he must be doing something correct. Making another hatchery where it is. Third base now being taken ViBE, so that's very nice as well. Do we have a Roach Warren or anything? No, just getting speed for those Lings. Trying to get some Lings inside. Like I said, ooh, do manage to actually take down that second Ling before it can get inside the main base. So now kind of trying to fully wall this off. NightEnD very annoyed by that incursion. I think it's like getting ants inside your house or mice or something. You just want to deal with the infestation as quickly as possible and then plug up the holes. Exactly what NightEnD is trying to do. The Overlord swinging across the left side here. This guy's still here back behind the natural. And I think both players just kind of macroing up. A few Lings are coming up for ViBE. They're on their way across the map, and there's the Roach Warren. Alright, so you basically need Roaches to deal with Adepts. They do better against Adepts than Lings do. They're more cost effective. I mean, a huge bunch of Lings can surround an Adept and kill it fairly effectively and fairly quickly, but in the end, Roaches do so much better. And here we come, taking pokes at these pylons with these speed Lings. Whew! Running every which way. They are just so fast and so squishy, and they're my favorite unit. Using Psionic Transfer to get outside here. Psionic Transfer can go through units. It can't go through buildings, though. So that's good. But here we go on the offensive. As I was mentioning earlier, it is time for the Adepts to go on a grand day out across the map. And here they go across Terraform, making note of the different plants that are here and the different fauna, and possibly sending some notes back home to Ire and Shakoris and wherever. Here come the Lings. I don't think that's enough Lings to actually get us around and kill all of these Adepts. Need roaches for that, but no roaches in production for ViBE. More 26 Lings though. Holy shamoly, 26 Lings in production. Also getting a lair. I think we're going to deal with these Adepts with Lings. Call me crazy, but I think that's what ViBE is trying to do. Getting that full surround, but reinforcing Lings pop up, turning the tides. And here we come again. 26 Lings, though, is a lot of Lings. Can we get that full surround? Are we going to cancel the Sonic Transfer? No! We do not cancel the Sonic Transfer. These guys are trapped here for quite a while. There's a lot of Lings here per Adept. They're trying to Sonic Transfer, escape out of there, but so many of them are dying. How many are left? About 5 of them are still alive to return home and tell their fate to their friends, saying, holy crap, you said we were good against Zerglings, but man, we got surrounded and most of us are dead. So 4 Adepts on their way across. These injured ones are going to stay behind perhaps for rest and relaxation. Ha! No, just kidding. That never happens. You do not ever see StarCraft 2 units in a spa getting relaxation techniques and like white noise and whale sounds and stuff being piped in. But Lings are trying to force a cancel on this third. A lot of Adepts here on the Mothership Core. That's probably not going to happen. Meanwhile, Adepts are trying to go to town on this third base. We're going to get that Queen. Boosh! Queen explodes. Second Queen trying to run away. She is fairly fast on the creep, but now she's trapped at the edge of the creep, being surrounded by the Adepts, and gets exploded as well. Gonna try to do a good job killing these workers. Where are the Lings? Where are the Lings? I don't know. Transferring drones, getting killed. Just trying to escape, just trying to do their jobs. But here come some roaches. There we go. Roaches are what you need to deal with these Adepts. I'm surprised we didn't have more roaches early on, but Sonic Transfer gets canceled. Again, you can do that. You can actually send your units out with Sonic Transfer to somewhere else, and if you don't like what it looks like in there, you can cancel it and just escape back home. So it's a good way to keep your units alive. But boy howdy, is NightEnD going full on Adept. Lurker Den being morphed in by ViBE. So he wants to go those Lurkers, which are such a great unit in Heart or Legacy of the Void. I was going to say Heart of the Swarm for some reason. I do cast both of those games. I usually cast a Heart of the Swarm game at sometime in the morning, early afternoon, and then my evening game will be a Legacy of the Void cast. But oh, didn't actually cancel that time. NightEnD liked what he saw, but not a whole lot. Losing an Adept in the process. Another Psionic Transfer. A small group of Adepts are here in this line. Man, this Adept harass is ongoing pretty much forever. Going to try to run up into the main base now. And there we go. I think I'm going to start putting Spine Crawlers in all my bases just to deal with this crazy Adeptness here. It is Adept versus Roach. Again, Roaches are dying, but Adepts are dying as well. And these guys are going to Sonic Transfer out. Boof. They escape. They're going to head back on home. These guys are still alive. Roaches did pop up and just managed to clean up the Adept infestation. Again, Adepts are pests just as much as Lings are. Equality, right? Equality. Woo! Taking a quick break here. ViBE is at 60 workers. NightEnD is at 54. It is 108 to 109 supply. One of the closer games you will see. Both players on third bases. I'd like to see a fourth coming up from ViBE somewhere, possibly here, but no, maybe up here is a little bit safer. Farther away, but I think safer, but just because you can sit back behind this mineral line with your Adepts and snipe off workers, and it's kind of hard to defend it if you are the Zerg player. But here we come. It is pretty much mass Adept right now with some Stalkers mixed in. Really interesting strategy, bringing an Observer along as well, but Roaches and Hydras are being made. I'm going to try to snipe down this rock tower, and there it goes. It falls. A little help there from the Protoss, and now has to re-kill it. I'm not sure what the assistance was for, but regardless, I'm going to try to take down the rocks now that were made from the rock tower. The Roaches are ready, though. Roaches and Hydras, I think this is a pretty big push in from NightEnD. Hydra's getting right on top of everything, and yes, the Adepts are going to get on top of these Roaches. Roaches get a nice concave around them, though. The Stalkers from the back trying to move their way in, try to kill what they can. 11 more Roaches in production, getting reinforcements on the way, as well as upgrades at the same time, but I think it just might be a little bit too late. Wow, Adepts are a little bit better against Roaches than I thought. Oh, there are Lurkers here now, though. How good are the Lurkers going to do is the question. They're going to sit right on top of this Lurker and try to kill it because there is an Observer here. They're going to focus it down. Yes, one of the Lurkers explodes. So does the other one. All that's left are these Roaches. 16 Roaches in production for ViBE, and that's it. ViBE calls the GG. NightEnD is victorious, and ViBE has left the game. So, woo, pretty intense. I guess Adepts have more utility in the mid game than I thought. I mean, I thought they were good for harassment, but I figured against straight up roaches they would die. But in the end, they're fairly tanky. They do have that 1 armor. They do have 140 armor and 90 hit points, which makes them survive a lot of hits. From a roach, you mix in a few stalkers. You can bring an observer to deal with the lurkers, and there's a pretty good build there from NightEnD. So thanks for sending that in, buddy. I really appreciate it. And this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all/Falcon Paladin. If you like what you heard today, if you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit that subscribe to catch more daily Blizzard uploads. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.